There is a moment that can transform your entire perception. The sudden realization that you are living inside a story, not your own, but one written long before you. Its structure quietly dictates whom you love, what you fight for, how you endure defeat, and what victory truly means. Carl Gustav Jung wrote, "Myth is not something that happened once. Myth is something that happens all the time." This is The Rational Voice, a place for source-driven philosophy and depth psychology without fluff, where every idea is built on the original text and challenges you to think deeper. If you do not know your myth, you are not the author of your life script. You are an actor playing a role devised by someone or something else. Jung introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a universal layer of the psyche, common to all humans, containing innate forms of experience. He wrote, "In the collective unconscious, there are no personal contents. It is the common psychological foundation of humanity as a whole. Within this layer, live archetypes, universal forms, and timeless narratives that we recognize, even if we've never heard them before." In ancient times, myths were passed down orally through ritual, religion, and art. They served both as a map and a compass for the soul. Today, many have been devalued or displaced. Their place has been taken by algorithms, media, and advertising. But it's crucial to understand this is not the disappearance of myth, but the transformation of its carriers. The same archetypal plots are now embedded in TV series, marketing campaigns, and political slogans. Modern cognitive science confirming that humans perceive and store experience, primarily in narrative form. The problem is, we often know the plot of our favorite show better than the plot of our own lives. Yet, archetypes have not gone anywhere. They continue to act in dreams, fantasies, and sudden impulses. Jung distinguished between two levels of archetypes. 1. Structural archetypes, the skeleton of the psyche. The self, the center of wholeness, the goal of individuation, the great inner myth of your life. The persona, the mask that adapts us to the social world. It protects, but can also conceal the true self, the shadow, everything rejected within ourselves, weaknesses, desires, fears, but also suppressed creative potential. Anima, Animus, the inner image of the opposite sex, a guide to deep knowledge or a source of conflict. 2. Dynamic archetypal figures, the characters of the drama, the hero, overcoming chaos through trials. Odysseus, Luke Skywalker. The Great Mother, both nurturing and destructive. Demeter, Kale. The Wise Old Man, a guide to knowledge. Merlin, Gandalf. The Trickster, a disruptor who creates chaos for the sake of renewal. Loki, the Cheshire Cat. The Child, a symbol of beginning and potential. Later, Jung's followers and popularizers, Joseph Campbell, Carol Pearson, identified more applied roles: the seeker, the creator, the ruler, the lover, the caregiver, the rebel, the magician, and others. These are not strictly Jungian canon, but they can be useful tools for self-analysis. Jung wrote, "The archetype is like the bed of a river. The water may change in speed and content, but the bed itself guides its flow." A myth is a mechanism for transforming the chaos of experience into coherent narrative. It doesn't merely explain events, it places them into a cycle where suffering becomes a trial, victory a completion, and defeat a turning point. In moments of crisis, archetypes speak louder. The hero abruptly abandons ordinary life to undergo an ordeal. The seeker leaves a career to embark on a journey in search of meaning. Campbell, in The Hero with 1,000 Faces, describe this as the monomyth. Departure from the ordinary world, trials, and return with new knowledge. Jung saw myth not only as a story, but as the structure of the individuation process, the gradual uniting of the conscious and the unconscious into a whole personality. Jung warned, "You cannot choose your myth, you can only recognize it." A step-by-step approach, dreams, record recurring images, and symbols. They are the language of the unconscious. Projections. Notice which characters provoke intense admiration or aversion. They may reflect your anima, animus, or shadow. Recurring trials, situations that keep returning in your life, are the nodal points of your myth. Attraction to eras and cultures, from ancient heroes to Eastern mystics. Creative themes, your fantasies, drawings, and stories often reveal personal archetypes. When you gather these elements, you begin to recognize the figure that is leading your story. Jung wrote, "Only by becoming conscious of the archetypes can we free ourselves from their compulsion and participate in shaping our fate." Yet he also warned of the danger of inflation. Fully identifying with an archetype can cause it to swallow the personality. You are already living inside a myth. The question is, are you aware of it? And are you playing your role or someone else's? If this resonates, subscribe for source-backed philosophy without fluff, and tell me in the comments which archetype you suspect is shaping your story and why. I read every comment, and if you want the missing half of this conversation, watch my existing video on the shadow. It's already on the channel. Tap the end screen card or find the link in the description.